used to go. I got no desire to go no more.
Good morning to you one and all. Welcome to this edition of Good Morning Grenada for today, Thursday, the 17th day of August. How are you doing this morning? Yeah, the rain caught you this morning, right? Nice. I love it when it rains. It's 24 minutes on to the hour of 7 o'clock. That is the time.
Because I'm born again.
Whatever you're doing, be positive today. The pressures of life were not meant to break you, but to make you stronger, right? Remember that. Yeah. Do not be daunted. It's a good day. It's a wonderful day. Nice. So let's get with the program this morning. Okay, and let's get with the program, man. Get with it. Let's get to the word of the day. The word of the day today, it is a verb. It is an action word. It is a doing word. It is chasten. Chasten. All right, chasten. Chasten. Now, to chasten someone is to cause them to feel sad or embarrassed about something that has happened, or in other words, to make them feel more humble or restrained. Yeah. Chasten. chasten. Here's how we can use the word in a sentence. He was arrogant as a young man, but he has been chastened by life's hardships and is now more cognizant of his own failings and weaknesses. This is real. Yeah, as you go through the stages in life, you make mistakes, you're young, you're vibrant, you think you can carry the world on your shoulders. And sometimes you are left to do that. And then you realize that, hey, I can't do this alone. I am not that strong. That's your moment of chastening. Yeah. To chasten is to cause someone to feel sad or embarrassed about something that has happened, or in other words, to make them feel more humble or restrained. Nice. It's 21 minutes on to 7 o'clock. We've got the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather at 15 minutes on to. Good morning to you, Nadisha. Hey, the folks from Care Bears, good morning. Tanti Marcy and Keisha and Khalil. Good morning to you. How are you doing? My good friend Mr. Rodney McIntyre, today is the day when you lay your loved one to rest. Be strong, bro. I know you're a praying man. Can't stop you. It's sad, it's hard. You feel bad. But the Lord knows best, alright? Hold firm. Alright, it's now time for the thought of the day, and today the thought is, the soul which has no fixed purpose in life is lost. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. The soul which has no fixed purpose in life is lost. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. Yeah. You gotta be focused, you gotta be diligent. You gotta be well planned. Yeah. Destined to greatness. 20 minutes on to 7. Buzzing this morning, well, you know the CPL started yesterday. Yeah, the first match. Jamaica Talawas went up against the St. Lucia Kings. Jamaica Talawas got the better of the St. Lucia Kings by 11 runs. More CPL action here on the GBN throughout its entirety. Yep. Road match winners have been announced. Robulus, the farmer, and the temptress, Toot Toot. Yeah, they copped the road match title for 2023. The winner of Monday night mass was Golden Mass Band. Yeah, congratulations, Golden. Nice. The winner of Old Mass was Cecil Peggy Charles. Can't remember. Oh yeah, he was one of the guys in the with the shit band. Okay. A well-known priest, Father Gerald Paul. He was among the masqueraders on Juve morning. That was buzzing too, and also buzzing this morning. The police, they're seeking the general public's assistance in finding out more as they continue their investigation into the death of the gentleman in Egmont on Monday. Anyone with information, please come forward and assist the police with conducting that investigation. Yep, it's 18 minutes onto the hour of 7 o'clock, and those are basically the stories that are buzzing this morning. We do not have any in-house guest this morning, so we will have a little more time for the conversation. Catherine Phillips says, good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Innocent. Good morning to you, Catherine. Yvonne Courtney, good morning to everyone in Grenada. Maxwin Belfon says, good morning, GBN. Veronica Sandy says, good morning, everybody. Blessings to all. Gordon and St. Joseph, have an awesome day. Kathy and Adams, good morning, Gordon and GBN listeners. Blessed day to all. Good morning to you, Kathy. Good morning to Solange, Zuri, Kenneth, and hope you all have a wonderful day. And Kathy, as you can see, I'm sipping my coffee. Yeah? Thanks so much, folks. This is where we take the break. We've got to bring you the AM edition of news, sports, and the weather. Let's see. Someone says, good morning, Mr. Gordon. Yesterday you say something and you was so wrong. Cafe is in St. Andrews, not in St. David. That's what I said. Cafe is in St. Andrew. Yeah, that's what I said. I said Cafe is in St. Andrew. It's not in St. David. Crochet is in St. David, in St. Andrew. Yep. Good morning, Hope. Good morning to you from Jermaine. Jermaine, good morning. Who's Jermaine now? Okay, my good friend. All right. I'm seeing this Adventist minister there. All right. So, folks, we've got to do that break. We've got to take that break. And we've got the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather coming up. Wow. Godwin Mackenzie, morning, Grenada. Naomi Joseph, have a wonderful day. Share the day. All right. Folks, we got to do that break. Those of you on the television platform, we've got a rebroadcast of last evening's television news. But those of you who are locked with me here on Classic, we've got the AM edition of News forthcoming. Don't you go anywhere. Stick and stay with us.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous, with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Offer ends August 31st, 2023. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. The Royal Grenada Police Force hosted a press conference today to review the carnival season. More in this Rena Pierre Thomas report.
Officers within the Royal Grenada Police Force are pleased with the cooperation of the public over the carnival season, as they report no major crime related to the festival. In a press conference on Wednesday afternoon, Assistant Superintendent in charge of the Criminal Investigation Department, Ryan Hall, disclosed that between Friday the 11th August to Wednesday the 16th, there was no report of sexual offences or robbery.
There was no report of sexual nature throughout the carnival period, no report of robbery, one shooting incident at Mount Edmund, which resulted in the death of one Delvin Thomas, a 30 years welder from Hermitage Carrico, and we have one man-dozen injuries, 15 reported property crimes. These we know are crimes of opportunity. There were 7 harm offences, with only 2 of these harm offences being considered as indictable offences. Throughout the period, we received several reports of what we consider little fights in some of the carnival-related activities. And officers responded promptly to these incidents, diffusing situation before they escalated into more serious altercations.
The traffic department, on the other hand, recorded 58 incidents, with only 1 classified as serious. This represents a decline compared to last year, when 60 accidents were recorded, 3 of them serious. Ryan Smith is the inspector in charge of the traffic department.
A total of 55 traffic tickets were issued, most of which were for prohibited parking and failing to comply with officers' instruction or traffic signs in terms of no entry. We also can say that the number of tickets were reduced also in comparison to last year, so we can say that there were greater compliance by the general public, and we want to thank them for that. There were a number of vehicles that were clamped and towed away, those persons that were in violations of the signs and so on.
Assistant Commissioner of Police John Mitchell congratulated the nation's youth for their adherence to the call by the Royal Grenada Police Force to keep offensive weapons at home.
And let me take this opportunity to congratulate our youthful population. Sometimes we leave them out of the conversation, but we did send that message out and ask our young men in particular to leave the knives and cutlasses at home. And that was very evident. Though we had a significant increase in the number of patrons on the street and at events, what we did recognize, and we did increase our searches, but what we recognize is that there was a significant reduction in the amount of weapons that were found. That tells us that we had significant buy-in from the general public, and in particular our youthful population, in understanding the importance of leaving weapons at home and the non-engagement in violence.
For GBN News, I'm Rena Pitt Thomas reporting.
For the first time, there's a tie for Grenada's Road March title. Earlier today, Spice Fast Corporation announced Robulus and Temptress as the 2023 Road March winners. Nisha Paul has this report.
Robbie Augustine's captivating song "The Farmer" and Lynette Renwick's jab song "Toot Toot" were the most played on the road for Carnival Monday and Tuesday.
Selling helmet and she selling charm. She even selling the Tululu in a plastic bag. So the phone call Temptress tell me if I can bring the job. As we reach inside of the yard, if you see the job get on bad. He could not even resist her, so he started to touch up she tray. She say you're moving too fast, she tell the job he had to pay. With the money for the cocoon, pay for the cocoon. With the money for the helmet, pay for the helmet. With the money for the chain, pay for the chain. With the money for the conch shell, pay for the conch shell. With the money for the bell, pay for the bell. With the money for the whole oil, Pay for the whole of I can say the cuckoo no dead, and I can swear the conch shell do smell it. All on the ground is cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo on the road is cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo.
It was indeed a remarkable carnival season for Augustine, whose sobriquet is Robulus, as he has been trying to get into the Power Soca Monarch semifinals with no success for over a decade. He finally made it to the big stage this year with The Farmer, placing second in the final.
I'm very happy about it, you understand? And the judge's word is final. Is nothing I go behind, you know? Come second in Soca Monarch, I appreciate it. So there's nothing to say. I don't stress about nothing. I'm happy. You understand? Well, it means a lot for me, you know, make me strengthen my music more, make me think about more music, you know, a lot of things in my brain. But instead of the people are my fans and them, I can't stop thanking them. And all the DJ men and them who was playing my music, I still give them a love, you understand? I will never turn back on nobody. That's just how I live. That's just my way of life.
Lynette Renwick, known in the soca arena as Temptress, is Grenada's Jab Queen, and she also had a good season, placing first in Jab Jab Fest 2023. She also made a guest appearance at the Power Soca Monarch final on Bacchanal Friday. Attempts by GBN News to get in touch with the Jab Queen to share her comments on this season's accomplishments so far have proven futile, but we extend congratulations to her and best wishes for the future. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
With its residents claiming 3 crowns this carnival season, St. David's Juve was expected to be an added spectacle. Already rated one of the biggest and best Juves on island, Carnival Tuesday did not disappoint. Scores of revelers took to the streets from as early as 6 a.m. And as expected, the spectacle included big trucks with massive sound systems pounding the songs of the season, masqueraders covered in oil and paint parading through the villages from Lambert Bridge through to Latente Junction, where the majority of revelers and spectators were gathered.
Scores of revelers took to the streets from as early as 6 a.m. As expected, the spectacle included big trucks with massive sound systems pounding the songs of the season. Some masqueraders covered in oil and paint parading through the villages, from Lambert Bridge through to Latente Junction, where the majority of revelers and spectators gathered. A number of soca artists from the parish, including the likes of Muddy, Squeezehead, Mr. Walkie, and one of this year's favorite, Robulus, the Farmer, among others, gave performances before moving on through the other communities of Pomrose, Malmont, Rookin, and Bellevue.
They want to take this one and make him a public show. I didn't take a thing on. Let's say, and I'm climbing in the land. I know you see what I'm making.
Prime Minister and Parliamentary Representative for the constituency of St. David, Deacon Mitchell, was present for the festivities.
Let me just say a big congratulations to all of the winners so far. Obviously, a special congratulations to all of the winners from St. David. I think justice for the hard work, their commitment and love to the culture, and it's paying off. I mean, we're still coming out of COVID, so I think this year is kind of like the first real year post-COVID, and I think you've seen the support. It's tremendous. I think people are having a good time. Thus far, we generally had a safe carnival, safe for the shooting incident in Egmont. We go to the player mass. Sometimes you can't always be in full job ringing all the time. So, but I'm here obviously to support
members of the Royal Grenada Police Force maintained high visibility throughout as part of their strategy to maintain law and order. Christina John, GBN News.
And next, a New Dimension now has 13 Panorama titles under its belt. They outplayed the other 9 contenders on Fantastic Saturday with their delivery of Vaughn's popular song, Finally, to win the 2023 title with 275 points. Nisha Paul reports.
I am a guy, I have a lot of pride. Yeah? So I'm not taking that third place lightly. Yeah? Like that. So I am coming very, very, very hard. Yeah? And aggressive. And the song kind of called for it as well because it's finally. I see finally as different things. I see finally as Dimension is going to win Panorama.
New Dimension won its first Panorama title in 1988, securing a consecutive win in 1989. It is the only steel orchestra to capture the Panorama title 3 years in a row, in 2012, 2013, and in 2014, when they tied with Co-op Bank Comancheros. They also took the title in 1992, 95, 96, 2002, 2003, 2009, and 2019. Byam thanked Nexa Credit Union for coming on board with New Dimension this year.
I'll advise everyone, all the big companies to at least, sponsor the culture. That's the most important thing in our, in Grenada right now, and let's keep it going. It helps tremendously, Without a sponsorship, you cannot do certain things like decorations, food for the kids in the night and stuff like that. This helps. Everything helps. Yeah, the painting of the stands, everything. Yeah.
Next, in New Dimension was among 3 steel bands playing Vaughn's Finally in competition this year. Finally was also the song chosen by Suzuki Pan Wizards and Panacea, which placed 4th and 6th respectively. Vaughn, who was somewhere taking in the steel pan action, took to his Facebook page to show his appreciation. His post reads, and I quote, "Sending so much love to all the bands in Panorama right now. Y'all have my heart filled. Almost every band so far is playing Finally. I am appreciative of this. I know it's hard work and wish you all the very best tonight." End quote. Meanwhile, Republic Bank Angel Harps placed 2nd with 274 points with their delivery of Tanglers Bouncing Low. The band, which is located in Tantine St. George, has won the title 15 times. Their first win dates back to 1970 and their last recorded in 2015. Placing 3rd was the defending champions Co-op Bank Comancheros with 270.5 points with their song The Spirit of Shadow by Mr. Killer. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
18 international and regional journalists, along with media, an opportunity to experience Carnival in Pure Grenada as the Grenada Tourism Authority hosted a multi-market mixed media press trip for Spice Mass 2020.
With 18 international and regional journalists and the social media influencer included representatives from publications such as Ella UK, BuzzFeed, Barbados Today, Ebony and Essence, etc. The media personnel attended all SMC national events, a few private events and the Festival Road events on Carnival Monday and Tuesday. The Grenada Tourism Authority hosted a welcome event at Sandals Grenada, which was attended by government officials, representatives from Spice Mass Corporation and members of the local media. Collaborating with the GTA for the press trip was Mel and N Media based in the United Kingdom. Melissa Noel, one of the founders, spoke about their role.
And it was really, really important to me and my colleague and partner in this, Tennille Clark, to create the Industry 360 experience and partner with Caribbean destinations that we know really and truly can give a full spectrum of the beautiful, vibrant, as well as diverse cultures that we have here in the region. And we felt like Grenada certainly represents that in so many ways. And so we wanted journalists from across the U.S. and the UK to really experience Spice Mass, and not only for the parties, the fetes, and the good time, but also for the unique culture and history that Grenada Spice Mass presents.
Minister for Tourism Lennox Andrews spoke of the anticipated benefit of the press trip.
Because our role in the Grenada Tourism Authority is to export Grenada, is to let people know that Grenada exists and to also indicate to them what Grenada has to offer. Good? Now, our definition of tourism is that tourism means making available to others what we have that they don't have. And therefore it means that we must find the right people here and abroad who can speak to the international community about Grenada and what it is that Grenada has that they don't have, that can give them a new experience, something different, something original, something new.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pet Thomas reporting.
We Culture returns to GBN television. Guest. Now the carnival has ended. Once around Paul, who was seen playing mass juvenile.
Priest playing jab. Are you prepared for people to talk about it?
The priest playing jab.
Yesterday that was a big conversation in church.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man. You know, whether or not religious people should be seen around.
That's stupidness. Yeah. Wherever Catholicism dwells, mass dwells.
Okay.
Look at Brazil.
Yes.
Rio Carnival. It's because the most populated Catholic community is in Brazil.
Right.
You understand? So it goes with the culture.
There's an old saying, if the priest could play, then why can't I? And there about Paul's masquerading. Host of the program, Godfrey Augustine, explained the reason the program was put on hold and what can be expected.
We've had a number of interruptions over the past couple of weeks, of course, with Carnival and all of that. Some of the shows leading up to Carnival and the obligation of, our co-hosts, of course, Scholar, Risi, Doc, they've all been heavily involved in the activities. And so we had to, break for a couple of weeks. But however, we are back this Friday, and we do have a very, very interesting guest that will be joining us, Father Gerard Paul. He has been involved in the masquerading aspect of things, and he does have a lot to share and to say. So
We Culture Grenada is a 2-hour program on television every Friday from 8:05 to 10:05 p.m. Senator Ron Redhead announced account that for the first and the Ministry of Culture has drafted a policy for selecting cultural ambassadors in Grenada. According to the Post, this will be passport. Among others, Mr. Shem Bernard and government listed by the Cultural Foundation should 50th Independence Anniversary celebration. GBN tried to contact Minister Redhead to divulge more details on this venture. However, all attempts proved futile. Vendors' preparation in hopes for $1. It's time to take a peek into the GBN ISAW lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Our ISA reporter saw vendors' preparation for Carnival and thought it interesting to share their handiwork with you, our viewers. Let's take a look. We thank our citizen journalists for that submission. Our ISO line is open for your submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
The biggest party in sport is back. CPL and WCPL return with more action than ever before.
Are you kidding me?
Watch the biggest names in cricket battle it out in the race for glory.
Celebrate some more!
Get your tickets now at cplt20.com or at the box office. Join the party. Experience cricket played louder.
Grenada's broadcast of Republic Bank CPL 2023 is made possible by Republic Bank. We're the one for you. The National Lotteries Authority, Grenlec, and Hard On Plus.
At the NIS, our team proudly works to support the evolving needs of Grenadians. We have made some changes to our operations and want to keep you informed. Firstly, we are happy to introduce the new unemployment benefit. This benefit will provide an insured person with 50% of his or her former income in the case of sudden unemployment. To support this benefit and other benefits we offer, it was necessary to increase the contribution rate. The contribution rate will increase gradually each year until it reaches 16% in 2031. As always, the contribution will be split between you and your employer. The pensionable age will also increase from 60 to 65 years. This increase will also be gradually reaching age 65 in 2029. Pensioners will continue to be eligible for a pension from age 60, but will receive a reduced payment. The NIS recognizes that the prices of basic customer goods are increasing globally. Therefore, we are happy to also increase the weekly minimum pension payment by 25%. Finally, we have adjusted our survivors' benefit payment to a percentage of the age pension minimum. Widows, widowers, and dependent parents will receive 100% or $58 weekly, while children will receive 50% or $29 weekly of the deceased's pension. We are here to make the transition to these new changes as clear and simple as possible. If you have any questions on how these changes impact you and your family, please contact our new informational hotline at 440-6647 or visit www.nisgrenada.org. Thank you for allowing us to be your social security provider.
You can find rainfall in wet these days. Water is a scarce resource. When rain falling, fill up your barrel or tank to use. Carnival lovers, save water.
Save water! Save water!
So it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emerald International. Bring home more than a memory.
Be ready for school with the coolest deals from Quartz. Shop today and get big discounts on cell phones, laptops, tablets, printers, televisions, and more. Plus, get a chance to win cool stuff. Shop today and pay later with Quartz Ready Finance. And stay protected for up to 4 years with Super Shield Extended Warranty. Save big with great deals and head back to school in style. Only from Quartz. Bringing value home. Offer ends August 23rd, 2023. Special conditions apply.
Having your CVQ qualifications is one of the best things you can do right now.
This course really helped me to build my confidence and have the ability to present.
I've learned a lot about customer service, a lot about etiquette.
It was quite a learning experience, which I enjoy a lot.
Well, it really impacted my life at Digital. 6 months, I got permanent. I also got promoted to sales representative at a store. 8 months after, I got a next promotion at the corporate care.
You can find jobs within the CARICOM using your CVQ qualifications.
Don't let nobody tell you that you can't make it. Just go forward and do what you have to.
Who are we? National Training Agency.
Enhancing the employability of Grenada's workforce.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
All right, it's 12 minutes after 7 o'clock. Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation this morning. Those of you who are joining us for the first time, well, welcome on board. Yes, Mary, I was wondering where you were. Mary Ebanks, she says good morning. So too does Ruth Thomas. Lydia Cameron says good morning, Innocent. Blessed Thursday morning to you. Thanks, and same to you. Esther Matthew, a pleasant good morning. All right, Yulian Alexander says good morning, Gordon. Good morning, everyone. Blessings to all. Have a wonderful, productive, safe day, everyone, all the way from New York. Beautiful Tri-Island State, good morning. And to our host, Mr. Innocent, have a blessed day. Thank you very much. Sylvina Charles says, good morning, Innocent. Repent, people. Jesus Christ is coming. Signs of his return is everywhere. All right. Ann Jackson says, that is how I'm feeling this morning. Where is the education minister? Will he speak to us? Okay. All right. I guess you're talking about that conversation we were having last week as it relates to the gender thing in the schools. Okay. So the number you can call this morning, it's the same number, 435-2041. Just a quick recap. The word of the day is the word chasten, CHASTEN, and the thought of the day: the soul which has no fixed purpose in life is lost. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. Okay, congratulations in order to Robulus and Temptress for winning the road match title for 2023. Golden Mass Band won the Monday night mass. Old Mass was won by Cecil Peggy Charles. Congratulations. All right. And there's a call from the Spice Mass Corporation to play more local music. Well, we do our best, yeah? We do our best. You know, it's evident. I mean, I play as much local as I can. Of course, we have to mix it too, but, you know, I try to play as much local as possible. All right, right. Jermaine from Montreal. Good morning to you. She says the weather is very nice, not too cold. That's beautiful. Good. Enjoy. Now, one of our WhatsApp contributors says, Innocent, at this time, volunteers who preach they only volunteering should move out the way. We want to be greeted by friendly, honest, genuine people when we go to politicians for assistance, not pretenders who don't say hello to their neighbors, disrespect us to park their vehicle like the roadside is theirs, and ram into people's vehicle without fixing it. Go to work where you could move around. Stop the pretense. Okay, that's one of the contributors on our WhatsApp platform. All right, so folks, the number to call, it's 435-2041. Two things. Okay, the issue that we were discussing last week as it relates to the proposed or the purported mission of the Ministry of Education with the introduction of teachings as it relates to LGBTQ in the schools. Now, in all fairness, okay, while I know as a people we are appalled by it, but in all fairness, it is important that we get a statement from the relevant authorities as it relates to that, and that will prevent us from jumping to conclusions. Okay, the Minister of Education has been sought on the matter. Unfortunately, we are yet to get any comments from him on that. All right. As I said last week, I do not think that it will be a case of they're teaching our children these things. You know, I don't, like I said, for us to make a proper judgment or a proper statement on that, we have to hear from the ministry's side. What are the plans, how they intend to do that, and what they intend to do. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Innocent, and morning to your listeners and viewers. Two things I want to touch on this morning. One, the report of the police on the general conduct of people over the period, compared to the picture that was being painted prior to the season, or leading up to the season. I think it's very contrasting, where we was almost being led to believe that there was going to be doom and gloom and mayhem and anarchy and whatever. So it shows that the evidence speaks for itself. So people should put to rest the effort of those who want to confuse us and make even more confusion and discord. Now, in terms of drugs and crime, you see that we have now, just based on the piece and item you have in the news, where rather than drugs going from the region to the north, you see it coming from the north now. And who knows whether it's been coming from the north a long time now. So it's the same thing with the arms and ammunition. So we have to really step back a bit and see how much are we being invaded by all the stuff that we buy again, that we detest, that is coming in from the north. And I said three, but let me just introduce one other thing. In a sense, although there's so many things, in a sense, is interested that a major flashpoint or hot spot in the world which concerns us, which is part of our own DNA. We say nothing about it except when the BBC or some Western media give us something. Like last week I noticed something. Immediately when Victoria Newland went to Niger, soon after that you reported that a resistance movement started. This wasn't coincidence. And we have to be mindful, I won't say careful, of how we are used in the same context that I started off about things coming from the north. By people from the north for their own purposes and not defining how we stand in the world. as we did with the Ukraine thing, we were singing the song of those people. And I mean, not seeking to have our own position. I mean, I remember a few years ago, Lou Smith interviewed a former leader who was about to go to Libya, along with some other Caribbean leaders. And Lou Smith asked him, what Washington would think about that? And he said then, I have sought and got permission from Washington. I'll leave it there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. 435-2041, that's the number to call. It's 20 minutes after 7 o'clock. Good morning to you, Ms. Valerie Farry, always locked on. Hope you're having a wonderful day thus far. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, sir. I don't normally like to extend people's knowledge, although it's a good thing. But what I want to say now, when people are giving reports, I'm not talking particular about US. Let's say the people who give the weather forecast. We should never mix up imperial system and metric system. If we're talking about metric system, give the weather in metric system, whether the wind or the rain or whatever, use metric system. There is something, I'm not so educated, we call it consistency. So you have to be constant when you're doing those things. You see, I think, as you would say, Mr. Innocent, your brain have to shift or to reorganize itself to change from one system to the other. And this would take some time. So that's what I'm trying to say. Be constant when you're giving them things. Feet is feet. You don't talk about fathoms and feet. You don't talk about inches and centimeters, etc., etc. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller.
But I say again, a word for the what? The ignorant is good, or for the wise. I don't know the quotation.
Yeah, I know.
Help me in it.
I know you don't know. Stay in the column of don't know. Have a good day, bro. 22 minutes after 7 o'clock. Ian Ragbasit, Reggae Master Jones. Innocent, as a host, you have to be more responsible. Stop pushing that nonsense of that news story that came from GBN last week. Try to find out where that came from. The Ministry of Education have to remain focused. Okay? Thank you, Mr. Jones. Good morning, caller.
President, good morning to you. I have not been listening much. As a matter of fact, this transgender subject, I only learned about this when I went to Tongue on Friday morning. And I've been so sick about the whole situation, I haven't followed it up much. I would like to know what the Grenada Union of Teachers are saying about such a thing. I don't want to be saying much, but I would just like to know, how the teachers on a whole feel about this whole thing, what the union is saying to its members, and let me hear where we go from there.
Well, as a matter of fact, that story sparked with a comment from the president of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Mr. Jude Bartholomew, and the statement claimed that teachers are rebelling against that proposed introduction of that topical matter. However, as I said earlier, there hasn't been a formal statement from the Ministry of Education nor from government as yet. So amplifying on it could be an effort in futility because we don't really know exactly what angle is being approached. We do not know where I personally do not know where Mr. Bartholomew got the information, but it was a news item last week that the GUT denounces it and so forth. So I think it would be fitting for us Efforts have been made to reach out to the Minister of Education by the GBN, but that has so far proven futile. So to make any concrete statement of any substance, I think it's important that we hear the government side of the story.
Now, while I agree with you, I said earlier on I have not been listening much. Maybe you didn't hear that. I have not been listening much. I only learned about this Friday morning when I went to town. I was so tired. I went to bed early. I knew nothing about that.
Okay.
And as a result of that, I'm making myself quite clear. If the union has taken a stand on it, so much for that. But the question is, why is it then that the Ministry of Education are not, they're not coming out to say, well, okay, we do this or we do that, or why is it? What are they hiding about?
Okay. All right. Well, I guess in due course, because it is an issue and a topic that will not go anywhere anytime soon. So I am of the opinion that sooner rather than later we'll have an official statement or a rebuttal from the government's standpoint.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good one, bro. It's 26 minutes after 7 o'clock. Alistair Warwood Sr. says, good morning to my spicy people home and abroad. GBN and host, Mr. Innocent. Love you all. Stay focused. Yeah, I love this. Good morning, caller. Hello, good morning. Good morning, caller. All right, caller, you've got to try back again. Michael Hutchinson, bro, you spoke like a politician there. Great response. Mikey, what's up, bro? I haven't been seeing you lately, man. What's going on? Everything cool? The family all right? Yeah, well, good morning, caller. No, caller, no. I have grandchildren on the way and I want to hear everything that they say when they call me Dada or Papa. So please do not damage my tympanum or my eardrum or whatever. Okay, good morning, caller. Hello? Is anybody there? All right, caller, you need to check your phone, all right? Elsa Francis says, good morning, everyone. Mildred Smith, the thing to LGBTQ bring in school, not nice. It was rejected in the Bible. Why are they trying to bring it in school now? I don't know if they're bringing it. That is the point I'm making. Good morning, caller. Caller, turn down the volume of whatever device you are using. It is giving me an ugly feedback. Good morning.
Hello.
Hi, morning. Welcome to the program.
Well, yeah. What I'm saying about this LGBT business, it could cause a lot of problems to Grenada society. Because if the government looking for a loan from the IMF or the World Bank, they could reject them on them kind of ground that we have no human right, no human right for LGBT. For the LGBT people and them. And this will be a serious thing with them. You understand how the United States and them, England and them will treat you? It won't be good for us.
Okay. All right. Thank you, caller. All right, Ernesto Jose, he says, good morning, Innocent. If the priest could play, who are we? Said Sparrow. Wasn't Sparrow that said that? Was, how they call him? Zandoli. All right. Was it Zandoli, boy? If the priest could play, who is me? All right. Any case, Ernesto says, I was so happy to see the priest being part of the festival, playing Jab Jab. And for the social Christian, the holy, now I want to hear them condemning Father, especially the seniors, where the priest can't do no wrong. Well, the PM didn't want to get dirty, so the priest gets dirty for him with the cow horn. All right. Marilyn Gordon, the Minister of Education should not give in to all your false information. Take his time and rebut the information when he so chooses. Grenadians is to hearsay. Run your mouth before they know the truth. Sharon Bartholomew, people are upset and they don't know why they are upset. Only saying they're upset about the gay thing. Shake my head. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Well, at least, let me tell you something. You see this jab thing? People shouldn't be portraying themselves as a jab. You're portraying yourself as a devil. And it is wrong to do that. Yeah, some people saying that we culture, but that was not we culture. This was brought to us by the French to get rid of the British. And a lot of people do not know that. I wish this would get it to everybody.
Okay. All right. You ever played Jab Jab before, bro? Okay, he left. All right, folks, it's 30 minutes after 7 o'clock, 7:30, that's the time. Ernesto, good morning. I will be in your area today. Why you coming in my area, boy? Stay fine. June Mungo says, good morning, Grenada. Folks, we take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Ministry of Tourism and Economic Development and the Grenada Tourism Authority extend a warm welcome to visitors and returning nationals visiting for Carnival and summer vacation. We do hope you enjoy your stay with us, and we invite you to return with friends and family to celebrate our 50th anniversary of independence on 7th February 2024. Tourism is my business, your business, our business.
My name is Alimaka Motley. I've been here doing nails since 2017. Me being self-employed, I have realized that paying the NIS benefits me now and even when I retire. By the time I'm 65, I will be receiving contributions back from NIS. So I benefit because I'm self-employed. Anything can happen. If anything happens to you while you're at work, you've got a bad cold, you have the COVID, you have dengue, we have all these diseases that's plaguing us at the moment. NIS will give you back some form of money when you're ill. So I would encourage all small business persons to sign up with NIS now.
Save water! Save water!
I got better. Save water. True regular. Save water. Masquerada. Save water. Real regular.
Save water. Shower in 5, not 45. Brushing your teeth, use a cup of water. Don't leave the top open, be smarter. Save water. Don't let your water bill get too high. Save the water that falling from the sky. Give it up. Hey, full up the barrel. Yeah. Full up on the barrel. Yeah. Full up on the barrel. Save water.
Parents, do you go to bed with the knowledge that your children are comfortably asleep in the next room? Or are they allowed to attend every fete advertised? You are responsible for the safety and well-being of your children, and it is your responsibility to know their whereabouts. Children should not be at adult events. Please guide your children, engage them in age-appropriate activities. Let us be spicy parents for this carnival season and beyond. S. Speak to your children about positive behavior. P. Pay attention to them at all times. I. Inspire good behavior in your children by also displaying good behavior. C. Check with your children. Always know their whereabouts. Y. You are responsible for your children. Maintain control to keep them safe. This is a message from the National Parenting Program, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs.
Get ready to catch all the action. The CPL returns August 16th to September 24th. Be watching.
Grenada's broadcast of Republic Bank CPL 2023 is made possible by Republic Bank. We're the one for you. The National Lotteries Authority, Grenada, and Hard On Plus.
Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say, that's it.
All right, welcome back, viewers and listeners. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Morning, again, Innocent, I don't like to repeat, to do twice on a morning program, but I'm post because the caller who talk about jab. When I hear people continue to be second-hand people repeating falsehood, In fact, Sunday last I was at an international session, and that came up as an issue, as a topic. There was a Nigerian and other Africans on it. And, it was provoked by a Grenadian. And when questioned, when did you learn about Jab being devil mask? And the individual said, when I was going to church, I was told that devil mask. My response was, there's a Grenadian woman in England who did research, and I said it on GBN already, and found out that there are people in Niger that does the same thing, maybe not with the same material. And when I said that, a Nigerian guy said that he grew up in areas where people do the same thing. So if we are self-hating and take all the negative things, just like when you mentioned the word Shango, people, it becomes a negative, evil word for them. Or even don't talk about voodoo or Ovia. I mean, something is wrong with our psyche, as I said yesterday. I mean, I'm choosing to be second-hand people. We should be not just second-hand people. We should be first-hand people. Not repeating propaganda that have been unleashed on us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. All right, and the number to call is 435. Folks, the carnival is over, and the focus is back on nation building. What are some of the things you'd like to see happen that are not happening as yet? I also want to say a very special good morning to Rhonda. It's coming from Errol Flint. Good morning to you. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Hello.
Yes, morning. Sir. Welcome.
I tend to support the last caller. I'm wondering, a lot of us are wanting to talk about things we have no experience, we have no knowledge about. On your program a few minutes back, people were commenting about the type of mass and the this and that, and where it comes from and how it comes. And as far as, and even talking about this, a lot, the thing in connection with them, there's kind of society which people want to build up now in the world. That's LB what? Help me.
LBGTQ.
Yes, LBGT. And they do not know what does that mean. They do not have no information as to what the education department wish to do, and they do not even listen carefully as to what the president of the teachers union said. So you first have to listen and understand before you could make any argument. And this is what I find so strange when people call. It may happen to me too, you know, but I think it seldom happens. So this is what I want people to, before you go to comment, have your facts or know something about what you are going to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Marilyn Gordon says, like Specky say, we born and meet horning. That was like carnival. We born and meet carnival. That way people stop bashing the carnival dress code. It was never rated by anyone as rated PG-13 or R rated. Okay, I think it's the first time I agree with him. Sharon Bartholomew says that. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, caller.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, man, what going on?
I ain't going nowhere. I just work.
Right. Actually, what's going on? So maybe on a bench.
Yes.
Anyway,
yes, good.
Anyhow, follow me that train of thought here, right? The slaves were brought to the Caribbean, right? And then the slave owners, the master, trained the slaves or taught the slaves from the Bible, right?
Okay.
And in the Bible, the most wicked character was Lucifer, the devil, Satan, right?
Right.
The treatment, there is one school of thought that the treatment meted out to the slaves was so bad that they say only a devil, a Lucifer, could do them that, right? So the historical fact goes that they mocked they compared to Massa with the devil.
Okay.
And when they got their freedom, they portrayed Massa as the devil. That is one school of thought, right? Now, hence jab, right? In the jab thing also, they claim that the white teenage boys of the slave owners, when they used to have around the carnival time, when they used to have the big balls and whatnot, the boys used to dub themselves in molasses and say they are devil in molasses. Jab molasses. That is a historical thing I read.
Right, okay.
Now, in all the thing with jab, there is nowhere where it said that the slave or the jab portrayal is a worship of Satan. You understand? It always said they mock people and they portrayed Massa, treated them so bad as the devil. Another question. In the Bible, it is said that Satan and his band of angels, or Lucifer, was thrown out of heaven, right?
Right.
Right. Now, I'm assuming, and it's a good assumption, that Lucifer, the angels and so on, because all the other angels that remain, the archangels, Raphael, Michael, whatever.
Well, you could write the Bible, man.
No. Listen to me carefully. Serious thing here. They were Caucasians, right? And all the other people, Adam and Eve, all of them was portrayed as Caucasians. My question is, did God turn Lucifer black when he threw him out of heaven?
Okay.
I would like somebody, because he's portrayed as black. He threw out of heaven, he turned black. I would like somebody, if they could possibly answer that question for me.
Miss Jeremiah, go answer that.
Well, I don't. You hear the lady say don't mark and don't make fun of her.
I ain't calling him.
I would like to know how come they become black.
Right.
And I think that was willfully done by the people who did it. I'm talking about the men who wrote the Bible under the words by the inspiration of God, etc. I believe it's the same people that enslaved us that make it look black so that we could look bad. We're not good. Okay. Now, just quickly before I go, the Africans, that is the people in South Africa, Afrikaans, they quoted parts in the Bible to show the black South Africans that they are inferior because they're black. Right?
Okay.
And there are people who tell you because Cain killed Abel, the descendants of Cain are black.
So everything ugly is black?
Well, I didn't say that. Think about it.
I said it.
Think about it.
Yeah.
So when people talk about, because there is no way jab is devil worshipping. It's a portrayal. If you portray Apache or Wild Indian, you worshiping them?
Or Sailor Mass.
I said, well, God, yeah, you worshiping them. And then lastly, my pet peeve, the mass I grew up in Victoria, and listen to me carefully, yeah? Vieco. I grew up in Victoria and never knew anything about Vieco and Coffin. There is a band, I wish they would change their name. I think they come from St. John. Demonic Angels. Vehicle I grew up. My house was and my aunt's house. They were headquarters for vehicle.
Okay.
My uncles and my big cousins and all of them, they were vehicle people. Actually, one of the bells that they used to ring in vehicle belonged to my aunt, who got it from her father, who was a bell crier, a tongue crier in Victoria. He used to go around ringing bell and announcing funeral and then water close. He had a line he used to say when water close, when you go tell your mother, say, water close from 9 to 2. That's what he said. When they have to do work, that time was the water authority, they have to do work and stuff like that.
Right.
And the whole line when somebody did, oh God, Sakitan Palelot.
Who here tell the others?
Yeah, you used to go around saying that, Sakitan Palelot, innocent Moi.
Yeah.
Moi, I mean, innocent there.
No, but I could turn that around on you, Sakitan Palelot.
No.
Pele piece in a cabin.
Yes, so that bell used to be there, and I think it's incorrect portraying Vieco as a demonic portrayal, because there's a pastor who a couple of years ago talk about that, because but then he writes, because they are coffin and they pull in coffin and they're not so. Vieco started with a parody on the Latin Roman Catholic High Mass.
Okay.
That when the priest and them used to say Dominus Vobiscum et cum spiritu and stuff like that. That is how they used to say, and they used to bless. They used to have incense. That is how it started. It had nothing to do with dead bodies.
Okay.
I don't know. And then the SMC, I'm calling them out. How do you spell it? VIEUXCORPS. That is wrong. Vieco had to do with old things. Things that ain't good, things that are discarded, not old things like an old village or old, like in St. Lucia, you have VIEUXFORT, View Fort.
Yeah.
So why they don't call it Viewco?
Okay.
It's Vieco, and then there is something in Victoria they do around a tradition in for Good Friday, what they call the the cut. They go around and they beat an effigy, the cut, an effigy of Judas, right?
Okay.
Who betrayed Christ.
Okay.
And they call it a cohort. I would suggest to the SMC or even the education department, please contact the Department of Culture and Festivals in Trinidad and Tobago, who used to put on a traditional mass exercise called Vie Laco, VIEYLACOU, means from the Oliad.
Okay.
Because the costumes for Vieco came from the Oliad. Old Po, Old Blow, Old Pants, that's what they play to it. The Vie in Vieco is, I believe, patois for all.
Yeah.
And lastly, if you to get it in context, if you see in the days you see two senior women in Victoria stand up by the pipe talking, that way they always stand up, by pipe, and a young girl going down and she barely showing, and one who turn to her and say, Monica girl breathing, and the other one go say, who breather? And they go say, Vie innocent, that Vie neg, old nigga, old nigga. Have a pleasant morning, innocent.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. Listen, before you run off, right?
I'm running, man. I'm walking.
Listen, Sharon Bartholomew says, caller, you have a lot of knowledge in that department. Thank you for sharing. Marilyn Gordon says that caller needs his own book. Very impressive. Yeah. So we have some time. We have some things to do.
You, I am trying. My son tell me the idea, Daddy, right? I am trying. No, there's another part which I cannot really verify, and I really wish I would have. I have to call a young lady here who might know. A friend of mine who went to do some studies in, I think it's the University of Sorbonne, Sorbonne, in France. He said the code name or the nickname for Julian Feather was, what do you think it was? That's what he tell me.
I know.
He said it was the vehicle.
Okay. All right.
I tell there's history, there's things to be researched, and even though they give somebody a scholarship, the University of the West Indies, the University of the West Indies supposed to have information. Because remember, we in the mid 18th century, Grenadians who was sent to Trinidad, there was something, what boy? The cadastral of population. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the word properly, the first one. We went to Trinidad. And hence, that is why the French had such an influence in Carnival in Trinidad.
Okay.
That is why, because, I mean, Port of Spain, the capital of Trinidad, but you have Juve, the Marche Gras, which is Fat Sunday. And, you have those things in Trinidad Carnival. So he had a big influence. Actually, an absentee Grenadian landowner owned the Queen's Park Savannah.
Okay.
His coffin, I think, is still there. Well, the last one. Mardi Gras is Fat or Big Tuesday. So we are spelling Mardi Gras incorrectly. It's Mardi Gras. Okay. Like how we have Dimanche Gras.
Yeah.
2 words.
Listen up, Pele. Some Deanne Thomas says we need a special program for Pele. So you know what that means?
How much you paying me? We natives don't talk for free. I'm joking. No. But okay, well, look. For example, again, we say St. Paul's. We have an affinity with S. The name of the place is St. Paul, no S.
Yeah.
When people used to go to church, they St. Paul, I think they had the Anglican church, the Methodist church, and the Catholic church. And they would ask somebody, well, where are you going this morning? You know, that's a regular thing long ago. They ask me where they're going to church. And the person would say, well, I'm going St. Paul's, meaning St. Paul's Catholic Church or St. Paul's Methodist Church, apostrophe X possessive case.
The church belonging to St. Paul's.
Right.
Yes.
But the name of the place is
St.
not
Paul.
St. Paul.
Yes.
When I joined what they now calling Carib Brewery, when I asked, why is it Grenada Breweries Limited? Is only one brewery we have?
Yeah.
Everybody, they thought I was crazy. Well, the Answer Macau group come and they changed the name. As a matter of fact, very early, I heard Mr. Sabga himself said, why are you all calling this place a breweries? And I laugh, I smile. Well, now the name changed to one, it's now Carib Brewery.
Okay. Billy, thank you. Yeah, have a good. Hold on. Dwayne says Pablo Washing Randa said good morning.
Pablo?
Yeah, no, Dwayne Hutchinson. He said Pele Dabo. Washing Randa said good morning.
Washing Randa of Shoma Mele fame with JCB. James Shoma is responsible for JCB.
Yes.
That history again.
Yeah, Mommy Shoma.
Yeah, but I really do hope they fix this vehicle thing.
Okay.
They need to fix. And some of them look stuck nice, you know. The vehicle. I heard one in the tradition saying, no, the vehicle lie they lie there whatever, and they're going back to the ship. And I say, oh my Christ.
Okay. Pele, have a good
Later.
one. Good blessings. Yeah, good. Folks, it's 8 minutes on to the hour of 8 o'clock. I had to engage Pele a bit longer. It was rather interesting and informative. We take a final commercial break in the segment and we come back with the wrap. Don't you go anywhere.
You came and found it clean.
You frolicked in it. You thrived on it. And no matter what flag or latitude, our economies depend on it.
Yet look at you. Out the window.
Mindlessly tossed, carelessly dumped. Anywhere.
Think it just evaporates because you don't see it? Rivers.
Gutters.
Dump sites.
Our blue waters unite us.
Each singular act multiplies the pollution that plagues us, that
threatens the green and blue that sustains us.
But we can alter this cause.
If we put waste to work. Not dumpable.
Bankable.
Reuse it.
Repurpose it.
Recycle it.
Create jobs. Build industries.
It takes just you.
You. And me.
To translate green actions into blue oceans.
If given a chance, your plastic would choose to be put to more beneficial use. Choose recycling.
The Ministry of Tourism and Economic Development and the Grenada Tourism Authority extend a warm welcome to visitors and returning nationals visiting for Carnival and summer vacation. We do hope you enjoy your stay with us, and we invite you to return with friends and family to celebrate our 50th anniversary of independence on 7th February 2024. Tourism is my business, your business, our business.
Hi, my name is Dwayne Thompson, co-owner and founder of Grenada Tours, Taxi and Rental. We provide transportation tours in the field of tourism. Being in the field of tourism, the pandemic have taught us that we need all the help we can get, which the NIF has been very helpful in doing so. But as a small business owner, we are even more excited right now with the new initiative that the NIF have launched, providing a little bit more flexibility for small businesses like ourselves. So we definitely encourage all of the small business to consider getting on board with the NIF and this new initiative that allows the level of flexibility that they have implemented.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
I was listening to your program this morning, and I just wanted to add that if you read the Bible, you'll find out that the Bible was translated from Xhosa language, which is an African Bantu dialect. And the characters in the Bible, they were all black. The angels were black. The Most High was black. The prophets were black, etc.
Okay.
So I think you need to research that.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Have a good one. Okay, quickly, good morning, in a sense. Some listeners, I think, they spend most of their time hooked up to the TV or radio, listening to other people's comments just to respond and critique. Well, that's the way the world is nowadays. My good friend here says, good morning, innocent. The world has made it clear that the gay communities are a personal choice, and who are we to force our belief on them? The issue when it comes to bringing it into the classroom to children is they, in many North American and European cities, are having full-on drag queen shows. The Grenada people should resist this, as it is to encourage children to partake. Children need to know not to attack the gay, but not to be indoctrinated into believing this is normal. He continues to say, it was said by my white friends who listen to this program, the teaching of hatred will never be pushed away as long as the haters push hatred every day. Living in Sudan has opened my eyes to know hate is more often tribe against tribe. By the way, it was the British who said end the slave trade, and they held guns to the tribes in Africa and the slave shipping companies. Stop the pushing of hate. Thank you very much, contributor. That was on our WhatsApp platform. Mr. Langai, how you doing, Papi? Everything all right? Okay, folks, this is where we have to wrap up today. We have to join the BBC. Ernesto Jose says, Pele, what do you think about the English Premier League? I want, what is your prediction for the season? Marilyn Gordon, have a blessed day, everyone. Grenadian doing better than the media. Allegedly, the media is too quiet on information in Grenada. Only my opinion. All right. So, folks, thank you for being a part of the program this morning. One way or the other, you contributed. Thanks for that. And if the good Lord spare your lives, we'll have another program tomorrow morning. Until then, be good to yourself. Remember, love conquers all. What don't break you will make you. Have a good day. I love you. Bye-bye.